Hello everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome back to the channel. A little bit of face to face. It's freezing cold in the UK. We're all locked down and the boiler's broke. So you can see my breath in here. So I haven't been out and done much, but we can do a little bit of an update. So without further ado, let's show you what we've got and what we're going to do. Hold on. So for this 56 Gold Flash this year, we need to stop the top end leaking a bit of oil. So that'll be rocker box gaskets and maybe a head gasket. We're going to carry on fitting the rev counter, tidy that bracket up or paint it black, sort of rev counter feed out. We have got back from the welder the rev counter case. Now this case was completely burnt by a swept back pipe, and we have welded it and filed it and welded it and filed it. Well, not me, because I can't weld aluminium. And we have got it down to just having a few of these pits, but the further you get away from it, the better it gets. So I've got to decide on what colour to put the BSA and the rifles in. And that's about it for the A10. Oh no, we've got a can of delicious oil for her. So when this was last done, it had XL40 put in, so we'll do XL40 again. What else we got? Triumph, need to ride it. All I've done is clean the carb over winter, unblock the primary, unblocked the idle jet. She's good to go. AJS, well, I have to check her for wet sunburn because she's good for that. But she should be clear and ready to go. And I mean mods on the A10, they're nice to haves that can't be undone. Oh, other little goodies in the A10 now. She has got a BSA toolkit and my get out of jail box. So in the get out of jail bag, we have got, oh, focus, fork nut tool, spanners, pliers, tile leather and a spark plug. And then in the special, oh, just knock it, okay, the bag off. And then in the new to me but deliciously rusty category, another toolkit. So adjustable spanner, some ring spanners, more spanners, oiler, spark plug socket, in a roll, and I don't know, I'll get me thing. So that's it for the 56 Triumph and the AJS. I'll flip us round and we'll have a look at Project 49. So Project 49, when the rev counter cover for the 56 was welded, I got the man to weld me this half of the case repair. So that's a gearbox mount, focus, that's a gearbox mount, and it bust right out. And if I get you around that side, the welder man has completely cleaned it and welded it in. So we've got to file that and get that tapped out to the right size. We then had a nice delivery from the postman, and we have got the timing gear, the breather, the idler pulley, I'm assuming, or pulley number, gear number 2, and the dynamo drive that sits on top. Need to get a Woodruff key and the nuts and the fittings. Need to get the cork washer for that. We've got the crank gear, which I have got, that came with this engine, but this one's in a lot better condition. And we have got the oil pump worm drive, but I need to figure out. So oil pump, this came with the bike, with the engine, not the bike. This came with the, and I'm pretty sure this is a B50 motocross. We'll put that there, take that out. So obviously this engine I went and picked up in loose pieces, and this was mounted in the bottom there. But marks out of 10 if anyone thinks they can get the cover on, because I can't. Now the 56, that's got the shrouded oil pump with the cutout where the drive gear is exposed, which would then go on the end of the worm gear. So gears are in there for mock up. I've been washing it down, getting it cleaned up. I don't do perfect, I do ride restore, so this will probably, I can't see a bit of clean now, be about that clean. This clean down here, be clean all over. The other half is in the cupboard. We've then got, which I haven't done, but I found there should be, up, this seal should go in there to weatherproof the quick detach rear hub. Quite a meaty rubber seal, and I've just got to put it in and see if it fits. Take that out of the way a sec. I've then got to figure out which way around this should go, because this hole doesn't want to fit on there, but by the parts book, this long flat, the longer of the two flats, now it might be the right way around, should sit where the axle comes through and get sandwiched by that nut, but this hole isn't big enough to go through that axle, but we're going to work on that. We've got a brake functioning. Now I'm assuming it's going to go there and go through that gap, but now I look at it from the camera, that looks pretty darn tight. So if anyone wants to comment, or does that brake arm point downwards, because I have got from Australia, would you believe, a plunger brake arm, and that now puts the pedal in quite a nice place. And I've got the fulcrum, yeah, I'll go with calling it the fulcrum. So does that sit straight underneath, so when you push it, it pushes that way, which pushes the brake back to make them open, or does it sit on top? There's got to be a return spring in here somewhere, which I haven't got yet. Or does that sit on top, which wants to pull the brake up, and then when you brake, that pulls that, which pushes it this way, that pulls the brake. I think you can line up. Fulcrum, no, someone's put the gearbox in the way. Lower. Let's try flipping you that way. See, that looks like you would get onto that if the brake rod passes inside the plunger assembly. Bearing in mind the plunger doesn't have any, the plungers don't have any shrouds on. It's not painted properly. It's not fitted up dead tight. But there you go, we'll figure it out. It's blinking cold. So what else? I fitted the rear stay on the back. This stay to work, I had to round that off, re-drill the hole here, put that on. The mudguard is as rough as you like. Yeah, that's my welding, don't worry about that. I've tacked that on, but this needs brazing in properly in the right place, and then yeah, a huge amount of tidying. And oh, got some stainless bolts now, so I've got a source for stainless bolts when I'm ready to order them. So I've got the gearbox top bolt, and I cleaned and tidied the threads, but I think I've got to shorten these two bolts. I have got two bolts in the bottom of the gearbox. So once I get that case half cleaned up enough, I might sit the one half in the hole, put the second case in the washer and then start fitting the furniture around the gearbox. Still got to work on the crank, still got to decide whether I like this tank or not, still got to get a seat, still got to get it dated. But there you go. Let's flip it back to me if we can. So that's where we are. So thank you for joining me. I'll try and do a decent edit on this one and pop it up on YouTube. Thanks to all the people that are subscribing. That's quite interesting on this little lockdown journey, and I'll hopefully post a bit more. Thank you very much.